The past is a simpler time. We all look to the past for nostalgic purposes, remembering only the best parts of our lives. We do this individually and as a society.
We will make America great again.
We create our own biases of the past.
Dad never liked me. He never liked me.
In the Black Mirror episode White Christmas, director Carl Tibbets shows how we, through the past, can create a false sense of paradise using mise-en-scène, lighting, and color, and reveals the dangers of escaping to the past rather than facing our future. We begin with an establishing shot, showing a home far removed from society. Lighting is bright, combined with the music that emits a paradisial tone for our two main characters. Beth and Joe come out of the door, and Beth's outfit immediately stands out against the white, snowy backdrop, showing us that she is the highlight of his world. She brings color to it. As Joe and Beth leave the home of her father, they both put on distinct clothing. Joe puts on his dark purple gloves, symbolizing the blood that will be on his hands by the end of his story. Beth wears a very colorful outfit that reiterates the tone that she is the one thing that brings color to Joe's otherwise bland world. The music is consistent throughout the scene, with a bell hanging on the door still ringing from when her father opens it.
Come on.
Beth? Bethany?
Dad, what now?
It gets dark about 6.
We won't be that long.
Let me put my glove on.
We then cut to a wide-angle long shot in which Joe and Beth stay in the center of the frame as they walk away from her father. The music feels calming, giving the audience the feeling that this is the happiest time of Joe's life. As the couple walk away, they discuss how her father does not approve of their relationship. Joe is clearly uncomfortable by this. As the scene continues, the dialogue and gestures feel a bit off as we see Joe's biases sink into the memory.
I think he disapproves.
He's just protective.
He thinks I'm not good enough for you.
Wow, I mean, he's got a point.
We cut to a close-up shot that goes in and out of focus. We are reminded that we see everything from Joe's perspective. The camera is showing us that to him, she is the center of his world, and that everything outside of this moment that they are sharing is blurry and irrelevant. The music picks up to a joyful tone at the moment they embrace, reinforcing the subtle notion that this is how Joe remembers this moment.
I'll take a photo of you.
I feel so awkward posing.
Come on, be a supermodel.
Is awkward enough for you?
We then cut to a medium POV shot, and we see her the way he sees her, at the center of his world. The music remains blissful and calming. Beth is front and center of this shot as she poses for Joe. More than any other shot in this scene is Beth's costume at use here. Her pink sweater and green coat against the white snowy backdrop further emphasizes the use of color in this scene.
Ready? That's nice.
We then cut to a mid-close-up shot of Joe as he takes a picture of Beth. Joe and Beth begin to laugh as he taunts her with the photo. He is struck by her beauty, and his clear love for her is what makes this story of betrayal all the more tragic. He takes a moment to appreciate what he has without the slightest hint that he is about to lose it. We end on a mid-shot of Joe and Beth as the music fades out once Beth jokingly insults Joe for his shenanigans. In the last shot of this entire scene, before they go to the bar together, they enjoy one last moment. This is the last shot of the entire episode where Beth and Joe are mutually happy together. As the episode progresses, we see what the camera was showing us throughout this entire scene, that the reality of their relationship was far different than what he remembers. In actuality, our past is solid and unchanging, but our future is what we make of it.